When you're at the beginning of the essay or paper writing process, it's very important to assess your topic right at the beginning of the writing process to give your paper purpose, clarity, style, and substance. You need to ask what the assignment is asking you to do. Now, this is different from asking what the paper should be about. It's not what I am writing, but why I am writing. What's the purpose of the paper? Are you trying to inform your reader of a topic or a concept? Are you trying to persuade them to one side of an issue? Are you expressing personal feelings or opinions? Are you analyzing someone else's view? Are you trying to be entertaining? Sometimes you'll be in control of the purpose of your paper, but sometimes your paper's purpose will be thrust upon you, and this is usually the case in school. But as you get out into the real world, you'll find less structure in what needs to be written, and you'll have to determine the purpose of each piece of writing on your own. Asking you to do certain types of writing in school helps prepare you for the day when you have to make decisions about which types of writing to engage with in professional or recreational settings. Speaking of which, there are different angles and approaches necessary to answer different types of questions and express ideas in diverse ways. An easier way of saying that is there's different types of writing, different types of essays or papers you might do. Some of these types of writing that you may deal with are compare and contrast essays, descriptive pieces, emails, narratives, research papers. You'll find out that all of these require different types of organization, information gathering strategies, and methods for keeping your reader interested. Speaking of which, you need to consider your audience when you write any sort of essay. Who's going to be reading it? Who should be able to read it and understand it? Do you have a hypothetical audience to consider? For instance, if you're writing a short story, you need to consider how enjoyable it will be to read for any reader at your level, or the level you may happen to be writing it for. You should also be asking, what does your reader need to know about your topic? If you're writing about a specific topic, you may have to define certain terms or give a little background to give the reader more of an understanding of what you want to communicate. This will be very important when writing papers in this class because you never know how much your reader will know about a given topic. If you were reading a paper I wrote about basketball in the 1990s, let's go with professional basketball in the 1990s, there are surely a few things you may need to be told for the paper to be effective. For instance, there was a team called the Seattle Supersonics that does not exist anymore. They were important back in the 90s. They went to the finals once. They were good. But for the casual fan or someone who doesn't pay attention to basketball at all, they might not know that that team doesn't exist anymore. They might not know that eventually they moved and became the Oklahoma City Thunder. They might not even know what the Oklahoma City Thunder is. So that's like a genre-specific thing, like a sports-specific thing, a topic-specific thing that you may not know. It's important for me to clarify that for you. I can't assume that my reader knows anything about that. Now, obviously, it's always possible that the reader does know about that, but if I assume that and the reader doesn't have that knowledge, they're just going to be confused. They're going to be lost. There are certainly topics about which you may have tons of knowledge and experience, and these are things that you probably know as like super basic knowledge. Well, obviously, like, duh, doesn't everybody know this? But think about whether someone who has had little exposure to that topic or your set of interests would know about those genre or topic-specific things.